Some come here, they see me hang, and some take by my fiddle. Oof, I'm very tired tonight. Probably won't stream for very long. But I'm bored enough that I thought I'd pop in. And I also thought I'd join the Discord voice chat, which I'm kind of scared to do. Because I haven't done it in a while. And people scare me. But I'm in the Discord voice chat by myself. And I'm on stream. Also by myself. I'm not yet at that level, and I don't know if I ever will be. I'm not yet at that level where I can just turn on a stream, I can stream, and then people will immediately show up and be like, hey, what's up? Talk to me, pay attention to me. I don't have that. So sometimes I just have to stream by myself. Oh, I downloaded Crime and Punishment the other day. I think I'm gonna read Crime and Punishment because I heard that it's a book about nihilism a long time ago. I don't really know anything else about it. I've read like 2 pages of it. So far, it's pretty good. I actually am surprised by how much I enjoyed the 2 pages I read. But, yeah, I've been working on so much other stuff that I haven't had much time to read it. I have been working on university work and also videos. Yeah, weirdly enough, I'm actually working on videos. I put out a preview of the second clown video on Patreon. And, I've published some stuff on my channel lately. I've also written and recorded a video about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. This is the farthest I've gotten in making a video about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. So that's quite impressive. Let's hope this is the one. Out of what, 8 attempts over the last 3 years or so, however long it's been, trying to make something on that topic. Yes. But yeah, I'm very tired right now. I was actually so tired that I was trying to sleep earlier, but I can't sleep right now. I've got too much of a heartbeat right now, which is probably because of all the caffeine I had today. If not a few other reasons, don't know. So I can't really sleep right now, so instead I'll do this for a little bit. I'll see how long it takes for somebody to come in. Either on the voice chat or the YouTube chat. I do have a video lined up, but I don't know. I don't feel like reacting to something right now. I don't feel like any of that reaction action is gonna go on right now. Oh yeah, and I've also been working on a video about nihilism. So I've been working on a lot of stuff. Really conceptualizing a lot of stuff right now. Minister of Gonda? Is that what I am? I'm looking at my Discord server. I'm not the one who runs my Discord server, so a lot of stuff I don't understand on it. But yeah, that's I thought I might get more into reading this summer because I got really into reading last summer and I was starting to read a little bit earlier, but I don't think so. I don't think I'll read that much. I might read more of Crime and Punishment, but I don't know. I was really getting into reading last year, and this year I kind of really fell out of love with reading. Got kind of jaded about it. Jaded about books, not liking them very much. I did toy with the idea of making a video about how books are overrated. I still kind of want to make that video, but I don't know if I care enough. There's a lot of things I don't care very much about anymore. But I've been looking forward to death a lot lately. Oh, someone's here. How are you doing? Yes, I am. I am streaming. I'm very low energy right now though. So kind of winding down, getting ready for the grave. Ooh, I got a comment. Someone says, "Hi man, thanks for all the Manson docs. I really enjoyed all the work. Manson needs deep dives like that." got a first time stream commenter there, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. The Manson stuff, I don't know when I'm gonna pick that up again. 'Cause yeah, it I really wanted to talk about his first three albums, and now I've kind of gotten out of my system the stuff that I really wanted to cover, and so the rest of it is like, all right, I'll take a little break before getting to the rest of it. Yeah, how long did that take? Oh, yeah, and that's the thing I like, spacing them out with other projects a bit. Um, to be frank, I haven't thought about it too much. I just got this feeling a few minutes ago that said aliens are definitely real and they're definitely gay. I mean, I feel like sharks would be gay, though. They should be gay. I like the idea that sharks would be gay if they could choose. You're talking like village people gay. See, I kind of agree with that. I think that sharks, they they're so like mean and like monstrous that they would want like just a clash of the most masculine energy like that. I haven't seen that, but see, and here's the thing I've never known, like, do sharks have penetrative sex? Because I know that salmon don't do that. Salmon just like ejaculate on the eggs after they've already been laid. But I don't know about sharks. Every animal has different rules like that. That's pretty cool. Well, that's pretty cool. But I think if they could choose, sharks would choose to be gay. So what? I mean, that makes sense. It would be hard. It would be hard to have actual gay sex as a shark. Maybe. I imagine it would be very hard to have any kind of sex as either a fish or a whale or a dolphin. I don't know how they do that. What dolphin? Hmm. A clasper. Maybe aliens would feel more comfortable communicating with us if they knew that we were cool with them being gay. Well, it's not something we would communicate to them, it's something they would observe by looking at us because they watch us at all times. Either be gayer or be more okay with people being gay. I don't think people should be forced into homosexuality, but I think people should be strongly encouraged, uh, also with monetary incentives and tax exemptions, to be into homosexuality. I think that sharks just don't really know how to be gay, but if they could figure out how to be gay, they would choose to be gay. Well, that's a good question. People have asked these sorts of questions for hundreds of years. The aliens know. And see, I think that the more people choose to be gay, the closer we get to interstellar travel. I think that's why. Yes. Yes, we thin down the population, and it also alters our minds and makes us think more like aliens. Interstellarly. All of their thoughts are oriented around the cosmos and exploring it and being gay. They are from every galaxy. Every galaxy has aliens. That's why they invented wormholes. What they do is they take space-time and they bend it so that one part of space-time intersects with another part, and they can travel zip from one side to the other, and suddenly they're there. Yes, yes, because they are gay. I think probably they are like there's one planet where they're gay and then one planet where they're lesbians, and somehow their population keeps going. We don't know how, but they're gay. It's the religion of the stars. And it's very gay. That's what he meant by hazy cosmic jive. That wasn't no DJ. And that's why that song sounds so gay. They probably do use narcotics. But there's nothing wrong with that. Do you mean the dessert? I like it. It's not like a thing that I would always crave or anything. Like, I never crave pie. But whenever I have pie, I do really like it. It's, you know, I think those are usually the best pies, but then there are other pies that they have no cover on top. It's just the filling. I yeah, I I think that's right. I mean, I like bananas for that reason too, I think. You know what I like is lemon cake. That's a good dessert. So we have another comment saying other bands you like. I have a lot of other bands that I like. I like the Beatles. I like Planksty and Silly Wizard. There are other singers I like, I guess. David Bowie's pretty good. Tom Waits. Mock Media Unofficial says, I really loved your vid on AVGN, Blue Heart. Non-binary subscriber here, by the way. A non-binary subscriber. Very interesting. Well, no, I don't think so. Dave Booch says, oh yeah, I completely forgot about the AVGN. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. Great stuff. He used to be great. There was a time when he was indeed great. But now he has fallen into complete shit. I unsubscribed from the Angry Video Game Nerd, finally. 1968 says, "Hey Dirt, how's it going?" You know, it's going shitty as always. But we keep going because we're fucking retarded. Oh my god, it's you. Dude. You gotta email me. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, whatever she said. Fucking the abuse fucking dude, okay, Shahed Hashemi. You gotta email me, bro. You gotta email me. With all of this Iran stuff going on right now with Israel, I need to hear more thoughts from you about it. You're the person I've been wanting to hear from the most lately. Okay, Mock Media says AVGN has an iconic jingle, lol. Also, do you have a favorite movie Spidey? Like my favorite Spider-Man from the movies? It's gotta be, what's his name? Tobey Maguire. Bully Maguire. Yeah, I mean, you can't... Specifically, I like him when he's like the black Spider-Man, but out of the suit. That's the one I like. It's so good. Yeah, Shahed, send me an email. It can just be like a "hey, what's up" email or anything. Say whatever you want or whatever, and I'll email you my questions and stuff. Or just get into the Discord, however that works. I'll figure it out. Yes. Yes, 1968. Do that. Dave Booch says Rex Viper. Heck yeah, Rex. Dude, the biggest mistake Rex Viper ever made was firing Justy. They should have made him the lead singer and fired the British guy. What pushed you over the line to unsubbing from AVGN? Just him being boring. Dude, I noticed that even the stuff I used to like for a long time, like the stuff where he would just sit in front of a camera and talk about movies, like his Kong-a-thong thing, like, even that, he was barely making, and whenever he would make it, it was boring. Like, he just gets so more boring every year. The dude has no personality anymore, I swear. To the point where now, we in the truth community are nostalgic for the days of Screenwave and the slobs. We're nostalgic for those days. We miss those days. That's how bad it is. Shahed Hashemi says, I haven't got to Aliens that much beside Xenu and Lamb from Aleister Crowley. But those B-2 bombers, bro. B-2 bombers. That's what Shahed Hashemi is hearing every night. Boom, 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 boom. Tel Aviv. You gotta wonder, who is really sticking around watching in 2025? See, I just feel like, man, like, yeah, even if the angry video game nerds suddenly miraculously got good again in 2025, it's too late. So now we add it. What you think about the war? I mean, I'd like to hear your POV. Okay, what do I think about the war? Look. I get it. I would rather live in Israel than Iran. But, you know, Israel is clearly the bad guy here. Like, unambiguously. They started this war out of fucking nowhere. Iran wasn't doing a thing. Donald Trump ripped up America's, like, responsibilities toward Iran. Like, he just decided to totally, like, fuck them over and, like reinstate the problematic sanctions that they like, alleviated in order to, like, help Iran in exchange for them cooperating on the nuclear deal. So, Iran doesn't owe anyone shit. Iran can do whatever they want. They can develop a nuke as far as I'm concerned. I mean, yes, it's like a dangerous spot in the world for them to have nukes, but guess what? Pakistan already has them. So, like, that ship has sailed. Like, it's because Israel hates Iran and they're terrified of Iran. Because Iran is a powerful country that has never bought into their shit from the beginning and has always been hostile to them for ever since the Muslims took over. So they want nothing more than regime change in Iran. But if they can't get that, they at least don't want Iran to have nukes. And because everyone in America is just totally cucked and kowtowed to Israel, America goes along with it too. But America has its own problem with Muslims. But yeah, it's one of those. It's a weird case where it's like, yeah, Israel's a better country than Iran, but still, I'm rooting for Iran. Isn't that weird? I mean, I could survive in Iran probably, but I would just have to keep my mouth shut, you know? in more than one way. I'm just and I'd have to pray 5 times a day to really sell the illusion. Yeah, you can take a nap 5 times a day and pretend that you're praying because your head is to the ground anyway. Yeah. Why rooting for Iran? Because at this point, weirdly enough, I have more respect for Iran than the United States and Israel, which is sad. Dude, this whole time, like, Iran, it's weird because they're very, like, crazy right wing, but they're not stupid. They've never been stupid. They've always made the right decisions diplomatically, as far as I can tell, and, like, just been very, like, reasonable. So it's like they behave the way a country probably should behave on the international stage. Um, and so it's like it's a weird situation because they 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 also just suck. What? Um, that's a good question. I don't know if that's something that the mullahs would be like paying attention to. See, I think it would be harder for a woman to get a nipple piercing in Iran. It would be easier for her to get away with it once she already has it. Happy Pride Month also. Woo! Pride Month. You're wearing a dress? Oh, that's a dress? Let me look at that again. Ah, yeah. I see now. That's a cool dress. Wow. I'm not I'm not someone who's good at making dresses. Boom. Instant dress. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. Okay, 1968 says, "Who are you talking to?" Maybe not. It would be weird if they couldn't hear you. Okay, yeah, actually, they couldn't hear you because I had the thing set to the wrong one. That's very strange.
He can also talk. He can also talk here now if he wants.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's weird. Oh well. I
Oh,
guess they only heard one
tragic.
half of that.
Yeah, tragic.
Kind of funny. Just seems slightly more insane than usual.
That kind of stuff happens painfully often here. I don't know how to stop myself from doing it. I know how buttons work, It's just I always press the wrong ones.
I know the right button to press.
If you're still on in like a half hour, I can. What are you planning to stream? Nothing. Nothing.
It's a stream about nothing. To the tune of the Abuse trilogy.
But I kind of got my answered when you said I rather live in Israel than Iran. You know what though? Like, I'd rather live in Israel when they're not in the middle of a war. Because honestly, like Israel sucks anyway. Like, just because it's better than Iran doesn't mean it's any good.
I
You
don't
kind
know. I
of
mean, apparently Tel Aviv is also. I mean, Tel Aviv is also apparently the gayest city on earth. So for the gay aliens thing to hark back to that, if you really want gay aliens, kind of need Tel Aviv because it's the gayest city on earth.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you would think somewhere in California. I think if you reach 1 million subscribers ever, you should get a nipple piercing just for fun.
That wouldn't be very fun, I don't think.
I don't know. I'll try it, then tell you. I don't know. I don't know. It's on my mind as a topic right now. I don't know why.
I
But
don't
nipple.
I
Have
don't
you?
care for piercings or tattoos.
Okay, but have you seen the people that do suspension piercing?
No.
Okay, so basically they stick hooks in their body and hang from them and swing around sometimes. A lot of it's very fetishistic. It's cool to watch and look at.
The concept of that doesn't sound very appealing to me, I will say.
You'd have to see it. It's very interesting. Though I don't get how people's skin doesn't just rip under their own weight, but that's why I hate The Tattooist of Auschwitz. It's a terrible book.
I gotta
Completely
say,
historical fiction, very embellished. Not a good book. Would not recommend.
I think Auschwitz kind of sucks. Not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan either, though I do want to visit.
I'm
Stop
cool
by.
with not visiting.
I'd like to visit. It's interesting.
I don't have much desire to visit Europe other than England.
it's much less a desire to visit Europe. It's more a desire to get the fuck out of the U.S. and just move to Switzerland.
See, Switzerland is a good country because they seem to have like democracy there.
It's also just beautiful as fuck in regards to scenery.
It seems
Like
like a
it's the
good
scenery
place.
there. And also they just never get involved in international conflict. So
Well, yeah, they don't, and that's very impressive.
Switzerland is the place to be.
Although Hitler would have conquered Switzerland if he had won the war.
Probably. Maybe I should move to Antarctica. I don't know.
There was no way that Hitler was gonna let Switzerland off the hook.
No, he absolutely wasn't. I mean, it's a Germanic speaking country. It's not. It was never gonna get off the hook.
Yeah. I remember
I mean, it's literally called Swiss German.
Manson used in Braun Villain MV in 2012, directed by none other than Shia LaBeouf. Suspension
Oh
hooks.
yeah, that's. Oh yeah, that short film.
I didn't know that Shia LaBeouf directed that.
Yeah, he did.
Man, Shia
Do you
LaBeouf
feel
hasn't been
if
doing
you?
anything lately, has he?
Oh, I don't think so.
I haven't
I
heard
know he got
anything.
married and has a kid now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like, where's the crazy Shia LaBeouf antics? I'm missing them. Instead, all we have is
I'm
Kanye.
sure they'll pop up soon enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Kanye could do it again. I think he kind of might have reached a peak with Hail Hitler,
Yeah.
but who knows?
I wish that he had done a really good song about Hitler instead of him just like moping and putting that out as the song, just whining. Like
Yeah,
he should
I
have
don't know.
done one
I
on
find
the
it an
same
enjoyable song.
level as like no one man should have all that power or stronger. Like he should have come out with another just certified Kanye West banger track about Hitler. That would have been so freaking cool. But instead he's just like, me, I can't see my kids. Anyway, Heil Hitler.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good though.
The quality of the production is alright, but the content of the song is not.
Then he had his that choir surround P Diddy's Star of Fame and sing the chorus.
Did you see the recent Will Smith song?
I did not.
See, he's getting roasted for that. People in the comments are just making fun of him.
It's been a rough few years for Will Smith.
It's been really bad for Will Smith. I never expected that Will Smith would crash out.
or so hard.
He just didn't seem the type. But, like, I don't know. Somehow he fucked up being Will Smith.
It all started with the YouTube Rewind.
Yeah, yeah, that was
That
the
that,
thing.
that was his fatal mistake.
If he hadn't done the but you know what? It actually started before that because he did that M. Night Shyamalan movie with his son, and like honestly, even I think the beginning of the end was when he made his children into uh like rap stars. That was like
I
the
don't know. Gemini Man was pretty good.
yeah. I mean, he still had
The one,
some good stuff, but like that was where the cracks started to show.
and then culminating with the slap.
That was where it all just crumbled.
I don't even. I don't even think it should really be called a slap, to be honest.
Well, it kind of looked
It,
like he like pulled it a little bit. It looked like he did a big sort of swooping motion but only kind of barely touched Chris Rock. Like like you didn't see any reverberation, like vibration from that hit, which is what you would have gotten if he had really like gone for it. Yeah,
yeah,
After Earth was really bad, and I think After Earth was before the YouTube Rewind, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, me neither, but I've seen enough of it to know that it's pretty awful.
I do find it funny though that one of the first AI videos to be made was of Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah, that's the kind of the standard that people use now to judge how far AI videos coming is how well it can simulate Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Apparently, that's the standard. I guess.
Yeah.
Not sure why that is. Do you think that they're eventually just going to make a complete replica of Will Smith as like an actual like AI robot and have it eat spaghetti
Probably.
just for the realistic effect? What will the world that do then with two Will Smiths?
I think Will Smith would make a YouTube video called Meeting My Robot AI Clone. And then he would do a music video with it.
To be honest, I didn't actually know Will Smith did music aside from the Men in Black parody song he did until like 3 years ago.
Yeah. He did like relatable, like hashtag relatable hip hop back in the early 90s.
Relatable in what sense?
Like, oh man, I
I haven't
gotta
actually
wake up and
listened.
go to school today, and my mom is telling me to take out the garbage. Stuff like that.
Oh man, the travesties of life. The hardship of the Warsaw Ghetto, truly.
And then he challenged Eminem to write one verse without a curse. And you probably know what Eminem's response to that was.
I don't actually.
It was, Will Smith doesn't have to cuss in his music to sell records. Oh, yeah? Well, I do. So fuck him and fuck you too.
That's pretty good. Do you think Hitler could have made a successful musician if he had chosen that instead of a painter?
Yeah, I mean, Hitler could have been successful at anything he wanted to do, probably. I mean, he was just one of those guys who was very determined. Like, he got good at painting, and it's because he dedicated himself to that. And I think just I think like anything that he really wanted to do, he could have done.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, someone could say that, his invading of Poland and, you know, the enactment of the Holocaust could have been his final painting, literally painting the land with, bullet casings, blood, and destruction.
That's pretty deep. There was this show, The
But I
Fresh
don't think
Prince of Bel-Air. Have you ever seen The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I haven't. But there's this one show. I think only one episode of it ever aired. It was where Hitler. It, it's a British sitcom from
Yeah,
the '90s,
it was called Heil
and
Honey,
it's
I'm
about,
Home. And
yeah, Heil Honey, I'm Home.
yeah, it never aired. They made a pilot. Um,
Apparently, they made like 8 episodes.
yeah, I guess they I guess they were so confident that they made an 8 episode pilot and it was rejected. Because that shit never aired.
Which is unfortunate because it seems like it could have been a like a classic sitcom.
I don't know, because it's like once you get over the joke that it's Hitler in a normal suburban environment, then it's like, okay.
I mean, the only appeal is that it is Hitler.
Yeah.
It's mundane aside from that.
I really think that they should do more with Hitler, like India does. Like in India, like Hitler's an icon, and he's like,
I I think Jojo Rabbit had a good idea, sort of.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like more stuff, like just have him be more like, you know how they make those Santa movies all the time, like Arthur Christmas and shit. Make more Hitler movies, you know? Make him the next Santa.
Well, I think it's because they make the same mistake with Hitler that Hitler made with the Jews. They make him either the biggest comedian, like history's greatest clown, or history's greatest villain. You know, like kind of pick one. And I think the best route would be to go to the comedic route because realistically, Hitler's a pretty fucking great source of comedy to draw from.
Yeah. They should make they should make a movie where Hitler is like not portrayed not portrayed as a bad person. He's just like a normal guy. Hitler, the normal guy.
I mean, why think about it? Why can't that be made? Why don't you play Hitler as a normal guy? I can film it.
Yeah. We should make that Hitler, the normal guy. I'm just a normal guy like you. The only difference is I run a country.
It'll be kind of
Make
like
it
that
like
rice gum.
make it like the Princess Diaries, but with Hitler.
The Princess Bride, but with Hitler.
The Princess Bride, but with Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hitler would be the guy that says inconceivable because the
yeah.
Austrian accent.
The Day Clown Cried by Jerry Lewis. They still haven't shown that movie yet.
Unfortunately.
They've been talking about it.
Have they?
Yeah, they've been talking about putting it out. But
Why haven't they? I forgot why they haven't.
I don't. Well, for a long time, Jerry Lewis was preventing them from putting it out. But he did say that you can put it out after he died. And so he died. And they've been kind of sitting on it, but talking about putting it out. And it's just taking a long time.
Could it be like stolen then put out like a heist?
Yeah, probably. Could be.
Um, steal it dressed as a clown with a Star of David Israeli flag armband and a Charles Manson swastika on the forehead.
I saw a movie where Bill Murray played a clown who robbed a bank. I never knew there was a movie like that.
I did. It's called The Dark Knight Rises, except Bill Murray doesn't play the clown.
I missed a chance to talk about Kanye. Yes, you did.
I mean, you can always talk about Kanye more.
Yeah, you can always talk more about Kanye.
There's never enough things to say about Kanye.
And by the way, that movie was The Dark Knight, not The Dark Knight Rises.
Same difference.
I saw The Dark Knight Rises in the theater when it came out.
Oh, really?
Let the
Were you in Colorado?
begin. I was in Utah, I think.
Hmm.
No, I don't think I was. I think I was in Washington. That was before the Utah stuff.
So not anywhere near the movie theater that got massacred.
No.
Kind of an odd place to target, but I guess it makes sense. Though, would it be bad if I start talking about how shit at strategy like school shooters are? Like, would the stream get taken down?
No, I don't think so. Um, but like they don't
I guess it
always.
could be taken as constructive criticism, so I
Yeah.
guess I won't say it. Damn guidelines keeping me from unintentionally giving school shooters tips by criticizing their performance. Because realistically, school shooters have terrible strategy because they don't ever have any strategy. I mean, I guess that makes sense because it's kind of a Hail Mary, but
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's like better places to shoot up than a school though.
uh, yeah, but I think it's less about the amount of casualty, more about the type of casualty, because more people seem to, I guess, pay attention whenever it's children. I don't know. It's hard to say. Because the attention isn't paid at all, really, except for headlines.
I feel like you could make a bigger splash even than schools. Like if you shoot up some place that's really important. But I don't know.
Like where,
Like imagine shooting up a city hall. That would be nuts.
yeah, but that would be, I don't know. I guess the one guy that did the concert,
Don't they just target people who have slighted them usually, like jocks or whatever? I don't know what they do. I think they just like killing.
honestly, I think a lot of that sort of thing comes from after the fact. People overinflate the story to
Yeah.
give it sort of like a victim and victimizer perspective, except reverse it in a way. I guess kind of reverse it a few times, really muddy the term victim, which is already a muddy term. Um, but I don't think there's any real aim because a lot of the time it's just shooting at, like, just spraying at people. I mean, you can see
Yeah.
footage from school shootings like Stoneman Douglas. It was just aimless. I mean, I guess there's some selection with it, but I don't know. I think there's a certain level of dissociation to it that, I don't know, makes it maybe like a video game.
I've been getting more into video games lately,
Oh, really? Such as?
such as Skyrim.
And why is Skyrim so appealing?
Um, because you can do whatever you want in Skyrim. You can have whatever adventure you feel like having. Now, most of the adventures end up kind of being a little bit samey. You go into a dungeon and kill a bunch of things, but you can do whatever you want, really. And I like the freedom of that. You can be whatever character you want to be, tell whatever story you want to tell.
It would be cool if people could shapeshift.
Yeah. I'd love to be able
I'd
to
like
turn
that.
into animals.
I'd constantly switch between I would constantly switch between male and female. It would be funny.
Oh, I would do that totally. I would I would become a woman and then have a rockin' time.
I don't think I'd become a woman. I think I'd just become both.
I'd go back and forth though.
But both. I mean, I guess I'd be both generally. Maybe lean into one certain amounts of time. I don't know. I prefer sort of an amorphous blob idea.
I want to know what bird sex feels like, so I'll become a bird and have bird sex.
What type of bird would you choose? Like
I'm f-
any that particularly pique your
I'm thinking
arousal?
like a little bird, like a sparrow, like one of
Makes sense.
those little fluffy birds.
What what about like an ostrich or something?
I could do that, I guess.
Seems kind of like it'd be similar to a shark.
I feel like it wouldn't be very fun to be an ostrich though, because you'd just be huge and heavy and have to get around on these two legs and you don't even have arms to help, so it's just your legs.
It would be interesting to be a kangaroo and have that pouch.
That would be interesting to have a baby in there. I imagine that
I
would be
mean, just to have
really
the pouch.
I imagine it would be pleasant to just have your baby just hanging out in there all the time. You'd feel like
Yeah.
you'd feel good about that.
I don't know. I also kind of think of it, in the movie Click, whenever he wakes up from the coma
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
all
and
the
he's
fat got drained out of him, so there's the flab.
yeah.
I feel like it would be like that for some reason.
I don't think it would be weird like that. I think it would just be like your body is normal, except it can also have another body in it if it needs to.
I mean, for all you know, you could have a parasitic twin in you right now, so you could have another body in you.
Hmm. I've had x-rays before, but I don't know if I've had an x-ray on my whole body that would reveal that.
I mean, they've found parasitic twins in the brain, so who knows?
Better than penguin?
Par
Hmm.
parasitic twins are really interesting. I think you should look into them. I was looking at one the other day. What was it called?
I feel like it would be fun to be a penguin
Why is that?
because you're around a bunch of other penguins, so you're all like, you don't feel weird, and you get to slide around on your tummy, and you get to swim all the time, all day, and like eat squids and stuff.
And fuck corpses.
See, that's weird. I didn't know they did that.
Penguins are penguins are necrophiles.
That's weird.
Penguins are about the same level as dolphins.
but I think it would be cool to be a penguin.
I think it. Do you just want to like fuck corpses?
I don't really. I am interested in
If you
knowing
were,
what it would be like to be a penguin and have sex with another live penguin, but I don't have any interest in dead things.
but if you become the penguin, do you think that you might gain some of its attributes under that stage, and maybe that would become arousing?
I don't think it would for me. I think I would be one of the ones who doesn't.
So you wouldn't take on some of the attributes of the animal. You would just become the animal.
I would take on some of the attributes, but I don't think that one I would take on.
Makes sense. Why not?
Because that one's a little too weird.
I guess so.
But like being a penguin would be really fun. You would be just doing like it would be like skateboarding and swimming all day.
It would be the movie Happy Feet all the time.
It would be dancing all the time, singing,
It Surfs Up. Surfs Up is better than Happy Feet.
surfing. I would want to be one of the little penguins though, not like the big species like the emperor penguin.
Yeah. What's that Jim Carrey movie with the penguins?
Mr. Popper's penguins.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it enough times. That was water.
I don't think I like Jim Carrey, to be honest.
And why is that?
He's too exaggerated. I did like him in a series of unfortunate events, though.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I don't like
that's
Jack Black for that same reason.
yeah,
I do like School of Rock, though. That's a good movie.
that is a good movie.
Ironically, I first saw it because a substitute teacher put it on.
That's cool.
I don't think the teacher knew either, which was funnier.
Shahed Hashemi says, I like Peacock. Peacocks are
Like the
cool.
streaming service or the animal.
I don't know. Seen Jim Carrey
It didn't
23.
specify.
Movie 23.
Jim Carrey doesn't actually exist.
I don't like him in real life either.
I don't know. I overall don't really care. Just sort of another celebrity.
I also liked him in The Truman Show. There's a clip from the Truman Show that I like with him.
Liar, liar.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain
You know what
Nicaragua.
needs to come
No
back
artificial
to
sweeteners.
YouTube?
What the hell are you talking about?
What?
Who are you talking to?
I've tasted
Like
other cocos.
2017,
best.
2018 channel dramas.
You know, the dramas back then were more interesting, I feel like.
They were, because they were so ridiculous a lot of the times. Though it was also a lot more simple, I guess. Because it was what, Tana Mongeau saying some mundane shit that is said a million times by other people.
He fucked
Or-
me with a toothbrush.
I mean, I'm actually completely willing to believe her on that one, because I've seen a video of a guy sticking an entire toothbrush, except for the brush part, inside of his urethra, so. And also, like, realistically, there's electric toothbrushes that vibrate, so, I mean, if you put it together, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, there was there's this old College Humor video that isn't on YouTube anymore. It was really, really hard for me to track it down and find it years later, but it was this guy singing a country song about the one type of porn he can't find. Which is a dick going inside another dick.
I mean, technically speaking, if you fuck a post-op bottom surgery trans woman, it's just that.
Technically, yeah.
It's not just that reductively. It's not
No.
just that, because there is stimulation to it. But it is made from the tissue of the former appendage.
But then somebody posted a GIF in the comments of that video that showed supposedly a dick going inside another dick. And it was kind of convincing looking, but I'm not sure if it was real.
I kind of want to research this now, because I do want to know if that's actually possible. I don't think it is. It really shouldn't be. I don't think. I mean, if.
It's gotta be possible.
I mean. I don't know.
Someone must have done that at some point.
I mean, I guess if a guy could make his flamethrower, his urethra into a functional flamethrower, which actually was done by a guy, I guess it's possible.
The video was called "The One Type of Porn You Can't Find." I think that was the name of it, and it was a guy singing a country song about it. I wonder if I can track it down right now and find it. It was hard to find, I thought. It might be on a Facebook page. Okay, no, it's right here. Looks like somebody did upload it. Okay, I'm gonna play it on air.
Well, I've seen midgets making love on a pile of logs. A dog with a boner stuck inside another dog. I've seen a one-legged dude drink another dude's pee. It's burned into my retinas and haunting me. Seen a lady and a horse getting dirty over there. And here's one having sex atop a dead bear. If you can dream it, you can find it on the internet. There's only one thing left that I haven't found yet. And if somebody finds it, better send it to me quick. It's the last frontier of porn. Dick in the dick. I'm talking about one dude's dick going into another's. Don't care if they are strangers or in fact if they are brothers. I ain't some kind of homo, hell I'm curious at best. But a dick into a dick will put my porno search to rest. I've seen a greased up tranny eating ice cream on the can, and a fella dressed like a monster sucking off a man. I've seen a drawing of an octopus knock a girl up, and a pair of best friends a pooping in a cup. I've seen a creepy bald man put his head into a V, and a girl in a tub defying gravity. Is it wrong for me to try to find this on an El Dorado? I know it's out there somewhere, I'ma find it, hell I gotta. And I know when I see it, boy, it's gonna make me sick. But I can't help wondering about
Anything that would suggest
talk about one dude's dick with
that,
an overriding goal, and that's fit itself inside.
in the words of Dwight Schrute, that a man's penis can open up to accept another man's penis.
The one thing about that video that bothers, actually there's two things that bother me. One is the censorship. The other thing that bothers me is that the dude's voice, like, he's clearly like who is that singing? Like, he sucks. They should have got someone who could actually do a country singer voice. But it was a funny concept.
Yeah. On the same line, do you think that a snake could go all the way up someone's where does it go from vagina to, I forget.
Uterus?
Not the uterus. I don't remember. But do you think that a snake could like go inside of someone and like survive?
Surviving inside of someone?
Well, probably not.
I don't think
Suffocation.
so. Yeah, suffocation.
No breathing.
Yeah.
This is my last resort. How much coffee would you say is an unhealthy amount of coffee to intake in a 3-day period?
It depends on what your tolerance to caffeine is and what symptoms you have.
Well, I guess so long as there's no symptoms of anything, it's fine.
Yes. I think that health is overrated.
Yeah, it is. Can't draft me if I'm unhealthy as fuck.
That's true. That's true. And if you go to prison, they'll put you like in a special prison infirmary. Do you think Snake can climb wall? I
It
think
depends
they
on the
can.
wall. It depends on the wall. I mean, the snake can climb up on walls, kind of. It pushes itself up, but if it's just like a flat wall, it'll lean over and fall eventually. I know that because I'm watching my snake do that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, snakes can totally climb a wall if there's enough space and objects for it to get up with. Snakes are pretty strong and good at getting up.
The title of this stream is kind of titled like a pop news article or something, or a pop science article.
Pink news.
Pink News. I should start a channel called Pink News.
You'd probably get taken down for copyright infringement.
Dang it. It already exists.
Yeah, I was referencing them because they're a gay pop media outlet, or whatever.
Well, shucks. They got to it first. Snapchat news. Man, what would it be like if I had a news channel?
What sort of news would you cover?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Hmm.
I would cover stuff like related to weird internet communities and strange fetishes and stuff like that. And then every once in a while I'd throw in like a really erudite story just to switch things up. A news show. News.
Seems interesting.
I would need a whole set for that with the green screen. And I would need a suit. I would want to go full Michael What the Buck Buckley with the idea.
Makes sense.
One of the many things I could do instead of this stupid channel.
What's your opinion on fishnets?
On what?
On fishnets as clothing.
I think they're ideal.
In terms of personal comfortability.
Well, they're not comfortable, but they look good.
I mean, I think they're comfortable. They can be comfortable.
Maybe. I've never
I
tried
mean, the
them.
ones I'm wearing right now are comfortable. I don't know. If they're uncomfortable, they're probably too tight, and you probably have a bad brand of one.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna be in a situation where I'm wearing fishnets. I do want to do
I don't
a
know.
video in drag at some point, but I don't imagine that I'll go for like a look like that. That would require fishnets.
I mean, you could get like the neon, like the bright green ones, or the white ones or something.
I think I would want like a long skirt, like a traditional old school skirt. And I don't
Makes
know what I would
sense.
wear under the skirt.
Nothing.
I mean, I feel like
Better without.
I would want some sort of like a sock and girdle apparatus.
Makes sense.
And garters and stuff.
Do the news thing in a gimp suit. Make it unique.
That would be weird.
Yeah, but it would be unique.
It would be unique, but it would
What
not
you won't
be
do, I will.
very pleasant. Yeah, you should do that.
All right, I'll get a. I guess I'll get a gimp suit now. The thing is I would look really good in a gimp suit, probably.
You'd probably pull it off better than a lot of people.
Yeah. It's really funny because I cut my hair and people still call me ma'am at work, thinking I'm a woman.
Well,
I mean, I guess I could. I mean, I could be a woman. I could fake it.
you could go along with it.
I mean, I did for a few years there,
Yeah,
pretty well.
you could go along with it and see what happens.
The goal is by the end of the stream to have Forever Dirt feminized.
I feel like I'm too lazy. You'd need another person in the room to do that to me, because I'm just like... That's the big reason why I'm not more of a femboy, is I'm just too fucking lazy.
Yeah.
You gotta
Makes
really,
sense.
like, care about it, I think, to do it. but I'm just like,
Well, there's no real reason to dress up that much just to sit in the room.
yeah.
And I mean, realistically, where is the ideal setting for wearing most things with that sort of outfit? Like outside of like a Hot Topic ad or Spencer's ad, I
Yeah.
guess.
Like, I don't know. I don't have like people in my life to impress with my femboy look. So,
Like, I guess even if there were people to show off to it, like after a certain, like it just, even when there are people to do that, you kind of just don't end up doing it ever.
yeah. It's too much work,
Because,
man.
well, what's the point? What's the point in all that work? Though I think lipstick should be worn more often. Lipstick is pretty cool and simple to do. Even though I haven't done it in weeks.
Yeah, I've never been very into lipstick all that much, but it's all right.
I don't know, I'm really obsessed with lipstick and sunglasses right now. It's kind of weird.
I like
Like,
putting colors on my eyes. I do that. I think it makes me look pretty. But even that's too much work a lot of the time.
it is.
My friend told me to do that for all of my streams because he liked the way it looked. And
Expensive.
I think I've done it for one stream since he told me that.
Imagine having friends.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess I have friends.
I like having
I'm
friends.
moving to Chicago for one after all.
Yeah. You're gonna be alone.
I won't be alone. I'll be with two other people. Well, one for a bit, then the other is going to join in like September or something.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I will be moving in with the Asian guy.
Asians. Here's a question. Are aliens Asian?
Possibly in September when he moves in.
Because aliens can be gay, but can they be Asian?
Well, were they born in an Asiatic country? If so, then by technicality, they're Asian.
Yeah, I guess so.
And if they're gay, then they're a gay Asian alien. I don't think Asia exists on other countries, on other planets, though. Could be wrong.
I feel like some planets have an Asia.
I mean, Kangaskhan Khan got pretty far. Who knows?
Yeah. I like Asians well enough.
I don't have particular feelings one way or another. Drugs are bad.
I do like silence.
Yeah. Yeah. Silence is no. Especially on a live stream where people are listening or watching or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like certain streams I do are just unwatchable. I don't know why anybody watches them.
Because it's interesting and enjoyable.
I get it if they are commenting stuff and I react to their comments. But I would never just watch a stream like this. Not one where there's so much silence. I would consider the ones I go on unwatchable, LOL.
Depends.
Some people don't like seeing or hearing themselves in videos. I think it's something you get used to.
No. I can't get used to it.
I'm very used to it. I kind of well, part of it is I changed the way I talk because I noticed way before I started my YouTube channel, like I would record myself talking every once in a while and be like, wait, that's how I talk? What the fuck? So I changed the way I pronounced words a little bit and my cadence a little bit, and now I talk pretty much the way I want to talk. And because of that, it was a lot easier when I actually started making videos. It was a lot easier for me to get used to the way I sound and the way I look. Took some time, though.
I don't know. I just cannot hear it if it's my own voice. It annoys the shit out of me. I hate it so much.
Either of you watch your own videos? I watch my videos all the time. Just...
No. I never do. I cannot stand hearing my own voice.
I think I am one of my most viewed YouTubers. Because I just, like... I'm always watching my stuff. And I'll watch my stuff as I'm editing it all the time. Like, by the time I'm done editing a video, if it's a long video and that's complicated to make, I'll have already watched it like 100 times.
I refuse to edit things very much, on part because of laziness and another part because I genuinely fucking hate hearing my own voice.
I like looking at
I'll
my
try to
edits.
listen through it,
Yeah.
It's very rare I can ever actually listen to something in full. The last time I did was to transcribe something that was, well, to edit a transcription. But I don't know. There's just something extremely repulsive about it.
Your Marilyn Manson video popped up in my recommendations and saw you were live. Fascinating.
Which Marilyn Manson video? That's very specific.
Yeah, I wonder.
There's quite a few of those.
There are a few. More than one.
You know, realistically, you can probably combine the Abuse trilogy all into one video.
I imagine that I'm going to be combining albums into fundamentally loathsome episodes when I get to that period. I'm probably going to have...
Yeah.
I'm probably going to do one episode about Golden Age of Grotesque and Eat Me, Drink Me, if I were to guess.
Yeah. Let me know about Eat Me, Drink Me, though. I've lived that entire... Like, I genuinely mean it when I say I've lived that album.
The
Kind of
Antichrist Superstar video, so that one's still getting views.
Yeah, it still pops into my recommended every so often.
Let me see how many views it has.
Glad to say I was the 50th viewer of that.
Wow. It has 45,000 views. Views. 45,000 views. And my fifth most viewed video now is the video of Sting, Tom Jones, and Eartha Kitt singing Perfect World from The Emperor's New Groove. It's been climbing the charts since it was uploaded. And is now number 5. I've noticed that one has been getting a lot more views lately. And you know why? It's because people want to see Tom Jones singing Perfect World. There are despots and dictators, political manipulators. There are rulers with the intellects of fleas. There are kings and petty tyrants who are so lacking in refinement, you'd sooner see them swinging from the trees. The period between those two albums is pretty interesting. I would love to hear about that in depth. My mom is one of them. You showed your mom one of my videos? Is that what you're saying? My mom has seen a bunch of my videos. But you know what? I feel like it's not my best video by any stretch of the imagination. But the one I'm most proud of has got to be that James Rolfe video, just because it did so well. It probably, you know why I like it so much, you know why I'm proud of it, is because it's the one time where I felt the most like a real YouTuber. Like just one of them popular 30 to 100,000 subscriber YouTubers.
I don't know. I think debates are a stupid waste of time is probably the best one, and also has that feel.
That's a pretty old one. That's one I never watch anymore. Some of them are too old for me to watch. I don't even watch the Doug Walker one very much. But it was fun feeling like an actual real YouTuber for once, and never again. Which is kind of why I've wanted to recapture that magic a little bit. I've had this latent idea of making a video about JJ McCullough, but I don't know, it's just not inspiring me enough to get me going on making it. So I don't know if it'll ever happen. She liked the Antichrist Superstar one, but I think she was bored by your historical tangent. It does kind of get really, like, dense at that part. There's a lot of stuff I'm saying all at once. You should make more deep dives into internet people like that James Rolfe vid. Those vids always do well because people love that shit. I know. But it's like, I try to work on this JJ McCullough one, and I'm just like, I don't feel like it. It's boring. You know why? It's because I have to, like, compile what I'm talking about. I have to watch all of his videos again and take notes of where he says stuff, because otherwise I can't find the specific thing that I remember him saying. JJ who? JJ who? Who? Huh? JJ? I don't know. Maybe I should do it, though. Maybe I should just... But I've got too many other videos I'm making right now. I'm making like 4 videos right now, so... Can't do it yet.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of weird because it just got comfortable behind a camera, so. I don't know. I can't really. What exactly do you mean when you felt like a real YouTuber?
Like, people are paying attention to me and treating me like a real YouTuber. And I'm making a video that like a normal YouTuber would make, which is like a drama video about some other YouTuber, you know?
Makes sense.
I felt like I was part of it, you know? For once in my life, I felt like I was actually a part of the group. What would the video's thesis even be? I don't know that the video would have a thesis. It would be more like just analyzing the weirdness of JJ and how he's kind of on this edge where he seems very reasonable, but then he also just has these weird things about him that are just a little bit off. And just kind of trying to paint the portrait of this guy. Like, he seems pretty normal, but then there's just something weird about him. Something not quite right about him. What's up with that Welsh flag, by the way? Welsh? I'm not Welsh. Do we... How do I say it? Dwi dim Cymraeg, I think. Or Dwi ddim Cymraeg. I think it would be Dwi ddim Cymraeg, because it would be mutated after E. Dwi ddim Cymraeg. But I really like the Welsh language, and I wish I knew more of it. But I'm too darn lazy to learn it. And I really like Great Britain in general, and I know a lot about Great Britain. And so I wanted a flag that was a British flag that wouldn't be the Union Jack. Because I think the Union Jack is kinda a cliche. It's a little bit too on the nose.
Hello.
Hello.
I am on the stream now. How's everyone doing?
Bit tired. Might get more coffee.
Yeah, I'm tired. I wanna make some sandwiches. Some
Time is it for
sandwiches.
you two?
What did you say?
What time is it for? I think you two have the same time zone, right?
Yeah.
It's 10:51 p.m. here right now. I don't know what time it is in Reno.
Yeah.
It is 1:51 for me over in Massachusetts.
Oh wow.
I think I'm going back to Massachusetts. Something's telling
Pretty
me.
nice state.
I've never been to Massachusetts.
It's where that satanic art museum thing is in Salem.
Yeah, you mean the Satanic Temple's Salem art?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. Is that place cool or what?
In my opinion, no, but that's because I'm biased incredibly against the. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not really sure. Because I drove there with a couple of friends recently, and it just seemed kind of weird. Like, you
I
pay
mean-
$15 to get in, and you make an appointment.
It's overpriced for what it is. If you look at pictures online of it, that's really all you need to see. I think.
What could really be in there that's worth it? It's a small place.
I mean, they do have literature there that I would love to steal, but aside from that, not much of value.
They have a statue of what I thought was Baphomet, but it's like something else apparently.
Baphomet has tits.
Yeah, it was like the titless, like weird demonic statue thing.
It's their. I call it a manphomet with children next to a phallic object.
Yeah, this is pretty fun. Satanic Temple. I'm gonna look this up. I want to see the
By the way, from what I hear, they still haven't paid off the guy that sculpted it. Though that's just what I hear. I haven't substantiated that rumor. That's just what I hear, but given them, I wouldn't be surprised.
Statue's pretty cool though. He has like two kids next to him. What does this mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
It's just like edgelord shit.
Literally. Its whole purpose was created to harass, to basically troll Christians to get money and get people to think they were cool.
It's pretty stupid.
It was actually originally supposed to be in Florida, but
Oh, why would they put it in Florida?
it's a long story. I can just send you a link to the book.
Sure.
And I'm honestly sick of the Satanic Temples.
Someone else was. Recently someone put a bomb on the porch of the building in like April.
That's happened so many times. Well, not so many times. It's happened a few times.
Well, they
And
must
it's also
suck then, right?
no. It's just Christian fundamentalists being Christian fundamentalists. But it's also at the same time like, what do you expect? I don't really care.
Well, wait a sec. What really is it? Because I'm reading this CNN article that says it's the only federally recognized international non-theistic religious satanic organization. But it's just like a museum, isn't it?
That is their art gallery, the Satanic tax exempt as a Christian church brand name for a mess of corporate entities that switch money back and forth, all owned by one corporate entity called United Federation of Churches LLC, all owned by two people running for profit. So there, do what you will with that.
This sounds like corporate shit at that point.
It's basically Scientology. It's literally Scientology. Like it's kind of hard to describe it as anything else.
Dave Booch says
That's
UK
Scientology.
banned Manson on his recent tour. What?
I mean, I heard this. I saw this on Instagram. Apparently, his tour was canceled or something.
Yeah, they're trying to shut down his shows because of the past allegations.
That's stupid. You
Which
get free
is-
money for hosting him.
Well, it's so fucking stupid because they all got dismissed. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if I was Manson, I'd be like, listen, I fucking had this whole legal trial for like 5 years and actually got the
See, this is the
Hope that I was
pitfall
looking
of
for.
him. I think this is the pitfall of him not continuing with his defamation suit, and I think it should have absolutely been televised, like the Depp v. Heard trial. But that's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I think that would be very fun to watch. Just like this
Well, then
figurehead
we'd
of
see-
like,
Then we'd see fucking Groupie get, and that would be wonderful to see,
yeah, that
just
would be
based on
awesome.
the snippet alone.
If there really is a groupie though.
So, see, I genuinely think there is a groupie, but it's on the list of Manson projects that have been made then just never see the light of day, sort of like the Hollywood book. Because, I mean, that was during the 90s when I guess there was more power to a promise of what he made and would release.
Have
If
you
that makes
covered
sense.
Hollywood at all?
I mean, it was supposed to come out in 2016 with the box set, but I guess there were some legal issues with that regarding people in it and stuff. I don't know.
I guess, yeah. Did they even release a box set for like the 20th anniversary thing?
I don't remember, to be honest. You'd have to check the Manson wiki.
He's pretty bad with promises.
I don't know. It is what it is.
Well,
I think he gets really invested in an idea, but the idea alone, not the seeing it through. I don't know.
same here.
I'm not sure.
Where is Groupie? Oh, Groupie, where are you?
To be honest, probably never to be released. Unfortunately. Which is fine. I'll just make my own groupie. And then release it. How does that sound?
See, I want a groupie.
Like the movie? I mean, like the film, or
I mean, an actual groupie.
I don't know. Seems like it could be kind of a drag.
Could be.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of a groupie.
Could be fun, though.
I disagree.
I disagree, Gary. I disagree.
A groupie has an over idealized image. Because the issue is you're the groupie's crutch, as well as it relying on maintaining a certain image of yourself in their head.
Oh,
Because at the end of the day, it's fanaticism.
I wouldn't maintain shit. I would just be myself.
You think?
That would be groovy. A groovy groupie. Oh, dude, I want a groovy groupie. Like a 1970s bell bottoms groupie. That would be so cool.
You should make it. You should make like a Craigslist ad or something.
Looking for a groovy groupie.
Yeah, make like a video out of it if you actually like trying to find my groovy groupie. Trying to find my groovy groupie on Craigslist.
Unfortunately, they don't have Craigslist personal ads anymore.
Ah, damn it.
It
Start
sucks
invading.
because I wanted
Just get
to
some
do
ads.
that. I wanted to do that on stream, like read Craigslist personal ads and stuff. I wanted to like do that for something, but I couldn't.
Buy some like ad space on certain like pages and stuff and put like an ad for it.
Yeah. If I'm gonna,
Get
yeah.
put like a post on 4chan or something.
Okay, here's a cool band name that I discovered recently. It's Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers.
That's pretty good.
But they are Australian, and so they pronounce it Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers.
There must be some place that hosts personal ads like today, right? Like Angie's List or something.
Newspapers.
We just need to start a website called Greg's List.
Right?
No, groovygroupies.org.
Groovy
Basically,
Groupies. That would
like,
be epic.
I mean, got to start the movement somehow. Seems doable.
How about Facebook
Seems like-
Marketplace?
Yeah.
Looking for groovy groupie on. I don't think that would work.
Why not? We have a new person in the server, by the way.
Okay. Let's
Time to
give
induct
whoever it
them.
is in there a nice big Andy's room welcome.
Time to induct them into the cult.
Right? First new member in like 6 months or something.
I don't even
No one ever
know
joined.
like most of the people who are on that server. Like they're just
It's
random
basically
people to
just
me.
people. It's quite literally us, Carl, another 2 people that have been in the stream chat before that used to be on it quite a bit. And then this person plus Jeebus and another person. And Eli.
There's this weird guy, True Solars, who I'm friends with. I don't know why he's in the server. I have no clue how he even got into it.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know. Most people just don't talk, though. It's mainly just me, Jeebus1968, and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this True Solars guy, like I don't remember how he got into the server. I know him from something totally different. And I don't know, he was trying to like help Claude with the channels like a year ago, like setting up the art channel or something to that effect.
He wanted to. I don't know. He never ended up doing anything. I did everything myself.
Yeah, I don't think I would really accept his help too willingly. He's kind of a moron. Not to be whatever, but kind of sucks.
Noted.
I like the server though. It's actually surprisingly I got into it. I never really cared much for Discord servers, but I like this one.
Yeah, the server is
Yeah.
like very neat and tidy for what it is.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could do calls more often, but
Yes. Well, it is the summer, so I'm not going to be going to sleep at like 11 p.m. now, so
yeah, we'll see.
yeah, hopefully we will get to do voice chats or maybe streams, because I think that the frequency of streams went down a lot after last summer ended.
Yeah, last summer they were like every week.
Yeah,
So
what was up
like
with that? They were streaming on my channel like every fucking week. Like, what the fuck was that about?
I don't know. It was pretty fun though, especially because of the tick history videos.
The tick history videos were so funny, dude.
Because they were just so easy to dissect.
The shit that
So
he
fun to
said,
sit there.
I couldn't, like, over and over, I could not believe what I was hearing.
I usually laugh at like the crash course videos because they're silly, but tick history makes me hysterically cackle.
He's
all the
he's the
Stardew
dark
Valley
side
people.
Phil of history YouTubers, I think.
What do you think about What If?
I actually had him lined up today as if I felt like watching a video, I would put on his. I'm starting to get into him a little bit. Like he's not. I don't like him as much as Tick History, but he's got potential.
He's very funny on Twitter. He says some outlandish stuff on there.
Oh yeah, his Twitter is very. He has some very interesting takes.
Yeah, I haven't been on there in like a year, but
I remember he's like real conservatives. He's like modern conservatives aren't real conservatives. They just want to take us back 50 years. I'm a real conservative. I want to take us back 400 years. And I'm like, what the fuck are you on about?
I don't know, like almost came across as trolling sometimes.
It's hard to tell because he seems genuinely serious.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like my biggest frequency of streams was like between 8 and 11 months ago.
Yeah.
So basically like the summer of last year.
Or like, yeah, something like that. Summer, fall.
Really just got to get some videos and then play them, and it could be bad again.
Aliens are real. And yes, they're gay. That's one of
Specifically
my
gay sharks.
That's one of my favorite parts of doing these streams is coming up with what the title and the thumbnail is going to be. I get a lot of pleasure out of that.
The single furries.
that was a good one.
Did you watch that one on the stream, like the actual video?
I did.
Yeah, good video.
I watched it like halfway through the stream. It was a long stream.
Yeah, it was like a 7 hour or something. I think I was on there for like a little while.
Yeah.
I think the last 4 hours was just you sitting in a top hat and talking to the stream. What else is on here? Oh, it's the Manson album ranking or album art ranking, maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was fun.
That was very fun.
If you like it, then you should have put a leash on it.
Was still very shocked to see the Hollywood cover in A and not S tier.
Yeah, it's a little generic, I think.
I think I saw it in some sort of list where it was like most disturbing album covers or something. I was like, well, I guess so.
I don't think it's that disturbing.
Well, I mean, to like a regular like person, I guess, maybe, or like a Sabrina Carpenter listener, maybe.
Sabrina Carpenter. She's really fucking
Mayhem.
hot, isn't she?
Mayhem.
Yeah, Mayhem.
They have the album cover with the suicide on it.
Yeah, the guy dead. It's actually funny because he was named dead and then he was dead.
Yeah.
Suicide is painless.
Very.
It's like
Oh.
ironic.
And it changes. And I can
Yeah.
take or leave it if I please.
Wonderful to wake up to.
I got Reese's Puffs in my bowl. Now my day's on cruise control. I got Reese's Puffs in a bowl. And just like that, I'm on a roll. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Peanut butter chocolate flavor. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. In the AM, it's the flavor I savor.
I have osteoporosis.
Osteoporosis. I might have that too. Because my blood is full of calcium and nobody knows why.
I was making a reference.
Yeah.
I have crippling depression.
What's this guy's name? What is iDubbbz? Ian Jamha, who took his wife's last name, by the way.
What?
Wait, what? He did?
Yeah, iDubbbz
Oh
took his
my
wife's
God.
last name. And he was Ian Washburn, now he is Ian Jamha.
What?
Just the ultimate sin.
Every time I hear about Ida, it just gets more and more sad.
Yeah, the whole like RedTube thing with like Frogan and all the other people, Denims, is just like really sad right now.
I've been. I didn't see a lot of it all when it occurred, except for that one guy who, that In Praise of Shadows guy.
Yeah, that
When
was
he made that
bullshit.
video, and then he went on a rant about like Wendigoon and Turkey Tom and stuff.
Yeah, because
Which-
Wendigoon is friends with Turkey Tom, who's friends with Rusty Cage, who's friends with that Black Pill guy, so they're all fucking evil incels or some shit.
Totally.
What black pill guy?
Egg White, Toby Reynolds.
Well, wait, are you
Oh,
talking
and
about like are you talking about Eggy from 4chan?
Yeah, Eggy.
That guy is so like famous that it's not even weird to be friends with him.
Yeah, I love that guy.
He's like the one incel who normal people can be friends with.
you know, sometimes it's fascinating that people can actually completely disappear from the internet.
Like, in whose case?
I mean, I guess Boy in a Band being the
Jesus Christ, yeah, I haven't heard of that guy in like 4 years.
I was never taught what laws there are.
clearly.
God, he's 37.
Yeah, and he also, when he was like 27, did a video where he's like, I, he was literally waking up with his 17-year-old girlfriend, which is, I guess, fine considering it's the legal age of consent there, but I don't know. I guess it's weird.
Wake
He
up
was
in the
17
morning
and
feeling like P.
364 days, you
Diddy.
sick
I
fuck.
got my swag, I'm out the door, I'm about to hit this city.
Unironically, I love that song.
That's such a good song.
Mm.
Before
Keisha
I
is
leave,
honestly
brush
real.
my teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Because when I leave for the night, I ain't coming
Come
back.
in back. I'm talking pedicure on my toes. Boys blowing up my phones.
I don't
Will
know.
Diddy's case. Sorry.
What'd you say?
And
I was wondering, will Diddy's case be thrown out because of the total mismanagement of the plaintiffs or whatever?
I don't know. I haven't been following it.
I've heard that like all the evidence they're putting against him is just going into the trash because of all of these like it's just like very mismanaged. It's getting to a point where his case might just be thrown out for like everything, like every charge.
Well, sometimes that
Well,
happens.
Or he will be suicided maybe by Suge Knight.
well, maybe he will rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Diddy. I don't know. Like, I don't know why he stopped calling himself Puff Daddy, because that was the best name he ever came up with. Everything else has been stupid.
I don't know.
Oh, Kanye West has just dropped a new album like today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, speaking of Diddy, it's actually a
Did he?
collaboration album with his son, King Combs,
Oh my gosh.
where it's a 7-track project called Never Stop, I guess. Sounds kind of
Never stop raping. Oh, yeah. Never stop raping.
one of the tracks is called Diddy Free.
Let's hear it for.
We should hear it. Is it? It must be up. It's already on Tidal.
Revolt Against Penis Envy. RAPE.
I do think that a lot of men are overly insecure about their penis size.
I think so. I don't know. I think there's a lot of overemphasized things with that. Though, I will say, there is a certain point to it in some regards.
Yes.
They say size doesn't matter. I think it matters a little
That's
bit,
a lie.
but not nearly as much as people think.
It's very over exaggerated by porn and stuff.
Yeah. Well, they always hire the guys with huge cocks in porn.
That's actually a trick of the. What they do is they hire shorter guys
Oh, yeah. That's true,
and they
dude.
angle it so that it looks bigger.
That is true. They do tend to be kind of short.
Yeah. And
I
also,
take a look at my enormous penis and my troubles start
it's all
melting
sizing and
away.
angles and lighting.
I take a look
And then they
at
also
my
use
enormous penis and...
they also use prosthetics and stuff. So
See, that's crazy because, like, prosthetic penises look very realistic. It's hard to tell.
yeah,
Weird.
They use them in movies all the time, and it's weird. Like, I feel weird about watching a
like in
movie
Step Brothers.
with a penis in it because it's like, is that a real one or not? You never know.
Like in Step Brothers.
Like,
Remember the penis scene in Step Brothers?
I watched that movie with Rip Torn, the man who fell to Earth, and you see Rip Torn's penis, but it's like, is that his real penis? Probably not.
Bill Skarsgård.
The clown.
That was funny to see in the theater.
You know what the best Oscars moment ever was when Seth MacFarlane sang that song, "We saw your boobs. We saw your boobs." Do you remember that?
No, I don't pay.
Oh, I saw that live as it was going down back in like 2013. And he straight up sang a whole song about like all of the actresses who were there at the ceremony, talking about all the movies where they showed their boobs.
Apparently, in 28 years later, there was a zombie with a giant penis, like an inhumanely sized, that was just featured in the movie for some reason.
Wow.
People in the audience seemed pretty upset about it. Like,
I want more cocks in movies.
I want less. They're putting in like too much penis now because it's like not enough
They-
testicles and boobs and stuff.
No. The annoying part is not the amount of it. It's that they can't get gay sex right.
What did they get wrong about it?
They never use fucking lube.
True.
Did they just go straight into it?
Yeah, they do. And it's like, no, you can't do that.
What kind of movies have this level of in-depthness?
Netflix.
But yeah, Netflix.
See, that's the thing though, is sex scenes are the best porn. Sex scenes in movies, like, because they're actually competently shot, like someone put effort into the like picking out the right camera and the right lighting. They got good
I disagree.
actors.
I disagree. I find it highly.
There was a new member in the server who is typing something in the chat.
Oh boy.
I find. Oh wait, 1968's here. I'm not gonna say that.
Uh-oh.
I don't think you can't really say like there's not much you can't really say. I don't think.
Okay, I really fucking hate like movies and shows just casually portray like people fucking in cars. It's uncomfortable to do anything in a car.
I feel like you gotta
Yeah.
be really tiny to enjoy having sex in a car.
You have to have like a van with the space in the back,
Yeah.
or like a truck with a bed
Yeah.
that has at least a mattress on it, so it's literally a bed.
Why have you in a car? You have a house.
Well, because sometimes it's fun to do things not in a house.
But you know what? In the old days, they had those cars without the console in the middle, so the front
You know
seat
what would
was
be-
a bench.
It'd be fun to one of those old wagons, the horse-drawn wagons.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's a very. Anyway, I don't like them in movies. They're also just. I don't know. I find them incredibly unnecessary in most movies, so it's just kind of annoying.
I don't really get the roadhead thing. Like, there's not really much space in that area of the car.
Well,
No.
there's some tiny people out there.
Is this true? Like,
Yeah.
there's like a lot of like midget porn out.
There's some tiny little people who can fit in some tiny. That's the thing. I think sex is better if you're tiny.
I'm like kind of scared of midgets. Not gonna lie.
I watched a movie where this midget was totally simping for this big woman, and he had this little midget girlfriend who was all jealous of the big woman because he was in love with her, and she was like, "She doesn't love you, only I can love you, 'cause to me you're a man, and to her you're only something to laugh at." And he's like, "I love her." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Imagine you're just like sitting in your living room at night, like you're going to grab a water or something. You just wake up, and there's like a guy who's like 3 feet tall, just kind of like running at you, and he's like slow, so he kind of like prances. But he's like a little guy, like a big head. Like that would be horrifying to me.
In what
Sorry.
in what world does this scenario happen?
Well, I don't know, but it's kind of like you imagine like a ghost or like something else. Like you run up the stairs when you turn the light off or whatever. That's kind of like sometimes I'll just think there could be like a little guy like in my bathroom or something at like 4 a.m. or not really. I don't think of this too often, but like that would be like horrifying. Like
I'm not that afraid of midgets, to be honest.
it's
I'm
not
not
something
afraid of
like
nature. Why
to be
would I be
afraid of.
afraid with someone that I can literally keep away from me with a broom?
It's kind of like a mythological sort of thing.
Why would I be afraid of someone that can literally...
Midgets are a mythological thing.
Well, I mean, like you don't really hear about many good little people. Like, you hear about like leprechauns and like little pixies and shit, but like if you're at a grocery
Hobbits?
store, you just see like a little guy with like a big head, like a 3 foot tall guy. That's like just like deeply unsettling to me for some reason.
1968,
Yes.
Hobbits.
Yeah, like those.
They're good little
'Cause they're
people.
real. Like they're real. There's real people who look like that. Just kind of gets in your head, you know.
See, I want a remake of Lord of the Rings where the hobbits are actual midgets like they did in Willow.
See, I want to remake a. They make the elves really small and the dwarves really tall, and the hobbits like average size. And they're also black women.
I do want to see like tiny elves again in movies. Because you only really see that in Santa movies.
Well, what was that movie you were saying should be made earlier?
Like a, I don't know.
I don't remember either.
Santa
And it
movies
has
suck though.
yeah.
I tried watching that show Santa Inc. the other day. That show sucked.
It's just weird seeing holidays portrayed in movies.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
It just feels so synthetic and forced
I'm kind
and
of
unrealistic.
I'm tired of Christmas.
Yeah.
I want Christmas to go away.
We need new holidays. Like new holidays, different days. You know, change it up.
They should do different holidays every year.
Exactly. Like I think at the beginning of in like the last few months of the year should be like start planning out the next year's holidays, like deciding what goes where and like reasons why, I guess. You know, rotation, you know, sometimes we can have Christmas, but, you know, not every year. Just when people feel like it that year.
They should
Does that make sense?
instead of Thanksgiving, they should do Thanks Indian Giving.
Why are we thanking people of
Indian giver is a derogatory phrase used to describe someone who gives a gift and then takes it back or expects something in return. Thanks, Indian giving.
You know that midnight sort of coffee buzz feeling?
I don't know about midnight.
Maybe not necessarily midnight, just late night.
I don't usually drink coffee at late night hours. I sometimes drink it in the late afternoon, but not late night.
It's almost midnight right now.
Yeah.
And I just got another cup of coffee.
I bought some amaretto a couple days ago, or yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I bought amaretto. And I drank it all, and I didn't get drunk from it once.
What's amaretto?
It's a liqueur made out of the pits of fruits and also almonds. And so it tastes like cherries. The kind I had tastes like cherries.
Interesting.
I would like to use it as a flavoring for a whiskey someday.
I don't know. I don't drink, so I have no real opinion. I don't drink often.
Drinkity drink a drink drink. I've been drinking more lately.
I was drunk on the server. We don't talk about that.
I think I drink more as I get more nihilistic. I
Yeah,
have
I don't know.
been getting more and more nihilistic lately.
Makes sense, I guess. I don't know.
Nihilism is now my religion.
Oh, so?
It's spiritual. It's like though I worship nothing.
In what sense of worship?
Like I orient my thoughts toward nothing and the appreciation of nothing every day.
Why such an appreciation?
Because I would rather there be nothing than something. I like the blank emptiness. I like the silence. I like peace and quiet.
How do you know that?
I don't like
How do you
noise.
know? How do you know what nothing? Like, can you even actually imagine nothing?
No.
Like, for all you know, nothing could have noise. Nothing could be pure noise, so
It
loud that it
wouldn't-
drowns everything else out.
It wouldn't, because it would be nothing.
Except not. Except nothing is nothing.
Yeah,
The
so
lack of anything.
it couldn't have noise.
So nothing would be a lack of itself.
Well, only semantically, but we're not speaking semantically, we are speaking metaphysically.
Mm. But why such a desire for this nothing?
Because I don't like living. It's so full of bullshit and noise.
Then why do you continue living?
Because I care about other people. And I don't want to brutalize my body. That's creepy to me.
Makes sense.
After all, I am evolved to have a self-preservation instinct, so I can't really ignore that.
Well, you can. I know
But-
that quite well.
But I do kind of... I do drink a lot. Because it's like... Yeah, it is damaging me, but I don't notice it, so... Fuck it.
Mhm. Have you tried the Manson?
I never will, I don't think, because I tried Pernod, and it was utterly disgusting. So I don't think I'm an absinthe guy.
Makes sense.
That medicine stuff you could still get made like today.
Yeah, you can order it. Just look up Manson. There's a whole website for it and everything.
That is shocking that it is. I thought it was something he had made in like 2016 and just like gave out.
No, it started back Abuse Trilogy era.
Oh yeah, like the painting on there. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the paintings he did were infused with absinthe.
That's pretty cool.
So, don't the aliens from Fire in the Sky look like Joe Biden?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
It's the alien I used for the thumbnail of this stream.
Kinda.
Does look like Joe Biden a little bit, like the forehead.
Yeah.
Except he has no nose.
Yeah.
Hmm. They're making a fifth Toy Story, unfortunately.
Yeah, that
What
sucks.
could it possibly be about?
An iPad.
Really?
Yes.
It's gonna blow ass.
Yeah. Unless they have unless they decide to do like a rated, they decide to turn it into like Ted Kaczynski or something.
That would be cool.
Well,
I think that would be so awesome. Like, the kid gets an iPad, so they decide to destroy all technology.
Yeah, they become like Anne Prim.
I think that
That would be.
they should make a Toy Story movie about humans discovering that toys are alive.
That would just be porn. At the end of it.
I wouldn't make it into a sausage party, but...
Yeah, but that's just the inevitable end.
Mm,
Like, just kind of if you think about it.
Wait a sec. Why does Woody have a beard in the trailer for Toy Story 5?
How does he grow a beard?
Yeah, he's a toy. He doesn't have follicles.
Odd.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a
You know,
friend in
people always
me.
hate. I don't get why Sid was considered the bad guy. Like, the toys he made were cool.
He was badass. I want to be like him when I grow up. Like, he was
But-
cool.
You know what? He decapitated all of his sister's dolls, and he blew up like dynamite in his backyard.
He was expressing himself.
And
Was he doing it to other children?
Probably. He's probably doing some
He was
shit.
exploding other children and cutting
He
their
was-
heads off?
He was probably molesting some kids or something. I don't know.
Do you think he molested Andy?
I think he molested Andy.
Hey, maybe. Maybe Sid represents Andy's repressed childhood trauma.
Andy is a child in the movie, though.
Well, I guess that's
I-
all.
I think they should make a Toy Story movie from Sid's perspective.
Didn't they blow him up in the end of the movie?
Yeah, they blew
No.
him up and he died. And
They
the blood
they
was
just
everywhere.
they just
Like, didn't they like run him over with a truck or something? I'm sorry, I haven't watched it in very long, but what? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they ran
were-
him over with a
it-
truck. The blood was everywhere.
yeah,
Oh,
Andy's
really?
family was moving and quickly, so they just ran over Sid.
mm,
No.
You have ever seen it? That's actually the prequel to Pet Sematary. Ever seen that?
No, they just scared Sid and then they left and tried to catch up with the moving truck, but then they couldn't, and so they lit the rocket strapped to his back, and then they blasted off into the sky, and then
And then they hit-
Buzz...
Those.
Buzz, like, somehow was able to use his wings to snap the duct tape, and so detached himself from the rocket, and then they glided along, and Woody was like, Buzz, look, you're flying! And he goes, this isn't flying, this is falling, with style. And the Randy Newman music goes, da-da-da, da-da-da. And then Woody goes, to infinity and beyond.
Yeah. We're not
Joker
aiming.
movie all that good?
I find it enjoyable. It's kind of
You know-
overrated in a way.
You know
but
what's really good about it is the dynamic of Woody and Buzz, because they're a funny dynamic. Like, the way Woody gets angry at him is really funny, the way they write it. And then,
it's very married couple.
but then at the end of it, there's actually some good, like, character development with them when they're sitting when like Woody's under the crate and he's like, you're a cool toy, like, so it actually, like, it works as a story as well. So it's just good. It impressed people at the time for the animation, but it still holds up for the story, I think.
Yeah.
But I've seen that movie probably like 100 times.
Why?
It was one of the movies I had on my iPod, and so it was just in the rotation a lot.
Because it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Pixar has a lot of good films, at least older.
They used to be the bangers, dude. I remember every time they came out with a
Incredibles.
movie, I would go to see it.
Well,
You know when I
no.
stopped seeing them is when they made Cars 2. Although I didn't see the original Cars in the theater either, but that was like a blip. That was like, okay, well, they had one dud, who cares? But Cars 2, that just ruined them. They were never the same after that.
Bolt.
Bolt wasn't
What about
Pixar.
Bolt? It wasn't?
No, it was Disney Animation Studios.
Close enough.
Yo, are you gonna end up doing the Hollywood vid, or are you burnt out? Or are you burnt on that? I am gonna end up doing it eventually, just not for a while. Right now, I'm making a video about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I'm making a video about clowns. I'm making a video about nihilism. And I'm making a video about trash TV. So those are the 4 projects I'm working on now.
Will the clown video come out before Grand Theft Auto 6?
When's that coming out?
Probably no time soon because it's been delayed to May 2026 as of like a few weeks ago, I think.
Okay, it'll
Oh
probably
yeah, we're
come
all
out
gonna
before
die
then.
before then.
See?
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed. You just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you got a friend in me.
Let's hear about Disney has been just blown out by China after the new Chinese animated film has become the highest grossing animated film of all time. Made more money than Inside Out 2 or The Lion King,
That's
which was
pretty
their 1 and
impressive.
2 spot in Disney.
Never underestimate the Chinese people.
They're beating them at their own game.
Maybe that should be their cue to stop making movies for Chinese people and start making movies for Americans again.
Right?
Mao by Pixar is a need. Pixar's Mao.
I would love that.
Pixar should make a Mao movie.
What did Mao even do again? He was the one who like starved like 1 trillion people or some shit, right?
He tried to make people make steel in their backyards and nobody knew how to do it. And it was a total failure. But they invested so much into that project. And like changed the whole farming system that nobody could actually make any food, and so they all died.
Jesus.
And that was only one
Yeah,
of the
Chinese
bad
history
things
is
he
pretty
did.
insane. Top 5 deadliest wars of all time. All 5 were fought in China. What's going on in their country?
Too many people.
Maybe, but like India hasn't been in any wars. They have more people. I think.
They don't. They're growing faster than China, but China still has more people.
Mm. If you are born today, you have a 1 in 4 chance of being born in India. True
That
horror,
sucks.
right?
Have you seen Can't Get You Out of Head? No, I don't know what that is.
I missed the stream chat. Someone said they're gonna make GTA 6 expensive. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like 80 or $100.
Wow, 100. That would be nuts. I can imagine 80.
I think 80 is really pushing it to the point where piracy is gonna become very mainstream because the Nintendo like Mario Kart slop game is gonna be like $80, and everyone's gonna buy it anyways, which is gonna really suck.
Who the
But
fuck wants to pay $80 for just another Mario Kart when, like, Mario Kart has been getting worse and worse for the past 15 years?
I was shocked they even were still making Mario Kart games the last 10 years. You don't really need a new one.
Well, it's good to have updated graphics and everything and updated, like, online play and whatnot, but
I guess, yeah.
the gameplay gets worse, I feel like, with every Mario Kart.
I have not played many of them, but it just kind of sounds like the rot that happens to like every game series.
Yeah, I mean, I was really disappointed by Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. I thought it sucked. I I, I have never I've never played it pretty much since I got it. Um, 'Cause it's like
Jeebus is in the chat.
Jeebus.
Yes, from the Discord.
I don't know who that guy is. Jeebus.
How much does GTA 6 cost? It's probably gonna be $80,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And it gets to a point where it's just like, would you rather pay $80 for a game or get it for free?
I would pay $80 for GTA 6. That's a special
That's
game.
kind of like that is a very special game, a very special sort of
Like,
event.
I would pay $80 for Elder Scrolls 6 too.
I don't understand paying $80 for a game, but
It's because like
Would
if
not
it's
pay
a
80
really
bucks for
special
Far
game.
Cry 7 or
I still don't understand. I get it, but I don't get it. If that makes sense.
I
don't
just
know.
wouldn't pay $80 for Mario Kart. That's just ridiculous.
The most I've ever paid is $10, and that's just for Minecraft on the App Store.
You
Mario
can get
Kart World.
you can get Doom for $4 on Nintendo Switch. Isn't that crazy? The 2016 Doom.
Yeah, that is
They have the
interesting.
game on Switch.
Yeah, that was one of the
Uh,
original Switch titles, like back when it launched.
Wow.
I know very little about that game.
See, I wouldn't
Ca-
pay 80 bucks for the new Doom game.
Mario Kart is $50 since you have to buy a new system to get it in the first place. Huh? I don't get it. How is that $50? But yeah, you gotta buy the Switch 2, which I am thinking of buying the Switch 2. But I'm kind of waiting. I think the game that's gonna get me is the new Donkey Kong game, the 3D platformer.
They pussyified Donkey Kong's design. If you like look at his design from like 15 years ago versus now, they
They
made him just look
changed
like
it.
very friendly.
I don't know if it's like friendlier or more pussified, but they changed it, and I don't know if I like it or don't like it.
I think it just looks much worse. Like he used to look like a. Wait a sec. I don't even care about this. I don't even play Nintendo games.
Yeah. But I feel like the new Donkey Kong is gonna be like the sequel to Super Mario Odyssey. Like it's like their next big 3D platform like that. Basically, it's like basically instead of doing a new Mario game, they put all their resources into this Donkey Kong game. So that's what's exciting about it to me.
But would you pay 80 US dollars for it?
Mm,
That is probably, well, no, that's what it's going to cost.
yeah, probably. I, you know, I, I probably will.
Well, it's
Because I
either
do want to
that or we
play the
go to,
game.
well, yeah, just wait for a discount or go to steamunlocked.com and contract a horrific virus on your computer.
Yeah, I don't really mess with piracy. Never have.
Pirating like movies and TV shows is great, but I don't trust like a 10 gigabyte game or like, whatever size the newest Nintendo title will be. I don't
I
trust
wouldn't.
like,
I wouldn't even know how to open a game file that I download off of the internet.
yeah, I tried watching a movie with Eggy in it, Hostage Museum, and I just downloaded like 200 gigabytes of the same movie and I fucked up my computer by accident.
Oh, geez, yeah.
The movie was terrible. It was just like a bunch of skits. I thought it was going to be something cool, but waste of time.
So in the bundle, it only comes to 50, but if you buy it separately, it's 80. I got my PS5 for free. Wow.
Yeah, Jeebus, how do you get a free PS5? I would love to hear about this.
The new Mario and Donkey Kong designs are based off of Yoichi Kotabe designs illustrations. Okay. Don't know who that guy is.
It seems like he did the illustrations for like Mario, like just the Mario TV show or whatever.
Let me look it up.
Yoichi Chi Kotabe.
Okay, so he did old like Super Mario Brothers 3 art. It looks like Super Mario World art. That makes sense. So, are they gonna make Mario fat again? I guess not.
Yeah, they kind of gave him like the Ozempic thing, right? Like,
Cause Mario used to be fat.
yeah, you never really think of that, but he kind of like, yeah.
When they made Mario Sunshine, they slimmed him up a bit.
Was he fat in any of the 3D games?
He was. You couldn't really tell in Mario 64 because the polygon count was so low, like in his head was so huge. It was kind of a weird Mario that they had in that game. But
It was just
Mario
weird.
Sunshine, he was slimmed up a bit, and that's pretty much been his design since then. I remember when I was a little kid seeing a magazine ad for Mario Sunshine.
I wonder if I could like play any of the Mario games. Like, can I just go play like Mario 1 if I really wanted to? Oh, I can.
That one's very easy to find just on web browsers.
Hmm.
Lots of people have put the original Super Mario Brothers just as a game on their websites.
Hmm. Pretty cool. Play Super Mario games online for free.
There are a lot of ways to get the Mario games now.
Yeah, they're just gonna have them like wherever.
But the easiest way would, if you have a Nintendo Switch, would be to get the online service, because then you can just like download a bulk thing with like a whole bunch of old Nintendo games.
I notice how Japanese stuff seems to be very like intertwined with Latin America. Like Goku is very big in the Latin community, like the Dragon Ball Z, all of it.
I never knew that.
This is true. This is uh, the cartel will actually uh treat you a little more fairly if you tell them you're a fan of Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z.
My friend committed suicide and I got his PS5. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But congratulations on the PS5.
Well, I think it's time for me to go make sandwiches.
I think I'm gonna go sleep on my couch because it's like 3 in the morning.
Yes. It was a nice little stream.
Yeah. Great stream. Until next time, peace.